Logistics-free power, what's that all about? Well, VPE has really bottled that, you might say, and made backup power at cell sites really an extraordinary opportunity here. So let's talk about that with Dave Dekarske from VPE. And Dave, tell me about this. Logistics-free power, water's the primary fuel source. What's that all about?
Well, we have our first regenerative fuel cell that is zero carbon footprint. So like any traditional fuel cell, the byproduct is water. So unlike other competitors that we have, we grab that water, we bottle it, and we use it as the fuel source through a secondary process.
Okay, well show me how this works.
So I'll explain very quickly. This is the main control panel for the unit on the electro self, which monitors as well as drives the whole system. This is our DC input. These are our oxygen panels for vents for the ingestion of the atmosphere into the system itself. This is our control panel for the electrolysis of the water back into hydrogen. We have our rectifiers up top, which takes the DC and converts it back to AC. We have our electrolyzer right here, which actually does the chemical separation of the hydrogen to the oxygen, which the hydrogen we recompress back into the system in our storage facility. On the left-hand side, we have a 6 kilowatt fuel cell. So 101 of fuel cell is we introduce hydrogen on the anode side of the cell itself. We strip away the protons and the electrons. We introduce oxygen on the cathode side. And then the combination of the oxygen back with the hydrogen produces water.
Water, right, H2O.
That same product gets recaptured. So after I burn through the hydrogen and my AC grid comes back on again, I take that same water we recaptured, I put it through an electrolysis process to where then what I'm doing is removing the hydrogen from the oxygen. I take that hydrogen, recompress it back into my storage facility as fuel for the fuel cell during the next event as it runs up.
All right, so what happens, or is there integration with solar here of any type? Because I assume
Yes.
with this machinery, you have it out in the middle of some heat, you got to keep it cold somehow.
Absolutely, absolutely. The fuel cell is a DC power source. The electrolyzer needs AC. So I need one of three things. I need either grid power, I need solar power, or I need wind power.
So if you go off the grid for some reason, a storm of some type,
Absolutely.
if you have a wind or a solar component, that takes care of that kind of power generation.
Absolutely. So to date, we have married it with all three. I do have actual items out there that are married to solar. Primarily we're on grid power, and we're just introducing wind as well. So we can be totally green energy. Green energy producing green energy.